a segment that took place on SmackDown, Brad Maddox, who was the general manager of Raw at the time, came down to the ring with Vickie Guerrero, demanding Big Show to leave the building, as he was fired by Stephanie McMahon on Raw. With Big Show saying to them that he has nothing to lose, he then proceeded to KO Maddox with his signature punch, which left him falling to the ground almost instantly. I've got to give Maddox credit on how well he sold that punch, even if it was a legitimate punch. Just watch the video and hear the noise of the impact. As you saw in the video, he just got
knocked the fuck out.
WWE.com later went on to report that Brad Maddox suffered a concussion after being knocked out by the Big Show. WWE physician Dr. Michael Sampson said this about Maddox. Brad Maddox was knocked out. He did lose consciousness. We took him back to the training room and did some neurological tests on him, which were normal. He did have some slow papillary reaction, which goes along with a concussion, so at this point we have diagnosed him with a concussion. Daniel Bryan has had his fair share of concussions throughout his wrestling career. In fact, his many concussion-related injuries were the primary reason to why he had to retire from professional wrestling. During a taping of SmackDown, Daniel Bryan suffered a legitimate concussion during a match he had against Alberto Del Rio. During a shoot interview, Del Rio told the story of accidentally knocking out Daniel Bryan during the match. When they went on a break, Del Rio said he went over to Bryan and noticed that he couldn't get up. He knew that he was out.
Holy shit, he's out. Del Rio's fucking out.
Daniel Bryan then opened his eyes, to only say, "Where are we?" After their short conversation, which was completely oblivious to the fans, Bryan opted to continue the match. Del Rio was very apologetic about the whole situation and went on to say that it was an amazing match, one of his favourites. During a 2 out of 3 falls match that took place live on Monday Night Raw, Candice Michelle was up against the women's champion at the time, Beth Phoenix, in a rematch for the women's title. However, during the match, Candice Michelle was up on the top turnbuckle when Beth Phoenix ran towards the ropes, hitting them, which caused Candice Michelle to fall face first off the turnbuckle, onto her face, neck and shoulders, instantly knocking her out in the process. This caused the match to go to a rushed finish, where the referee told Phoenix to drag Candice and cover her. After Candice was rushed to a local medical facility, it was discovered that she had legitimately cracked her clavicle, putting her out of action for 14 weeks. The first Survivor Series since the 2016 brand split saw a 5 vs 5 match between members of SmackDown and Raw. With both brands fighting for supremacy, Shane McMahon stepped in as a last-minute replacement for Baron Corbin, who became injured as part of a storyline on SmackDown. With the match underway, Shane got stuck in, putting his body on the line to take out Braun Strowman, who he elbow dropped from the top turnbuckle to the announce table in his signature fashion. Later in the match, Shane had Roman Reigns set up for his coast-to-coast move. However, Reigns countered the move by delivering a mid-air spear to Shane McMahon, who ended up slamming his head directly onto the mat, causing him to suffer a legitimate concussion. Randy Orton immediately broke character to talk to Shane's son, presumably telling him that his dad is going to be okay. Shane was taken to the back, where he was reportedly in a lot of pain and had to be treated by medical staff. Despite the injury he suffered, Shane was telling people that he was fine at the end of the night. Probably the most famous concussion on this list is what happened to Enzo Amore at WWE Payback back in 2016. Enzo Amore and his tag team partner, Big Cass, were fighting in a #1 contender tag tournament finals match against the Vaudevillains. Enzo Amore was stretchered out of the arena and taken to hospital, with the match ending in a no contest. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like and sharing this video, as it really does help us a lot. Don't forget to comment below too, and we will pin up the best comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from us. Lastly, for daily wrestling facts and more, follow all of our social media accounts, which are on screen and in the description. Thanks, and until the next video.